Hi class, welcome to week 6 and 7. I'm really going to highlight in this video the discussion board that you have coming up, and that is Forks Over Knives and Game Changer. So this discussion board, please look at the due dates. You need to have your original post done by the Sunday outlined, and your peer responses done by the Sunday outlined. You have a choice of which discussion board you would like to do. Do not participate in both. Please feel free to go in and read both, but only participate in one discussion board. And you can select if you want Game Changer or Forks Over Knives. I have put trailers here so you can evaluate both of them, decide what you would find most interesting. The only downfall on Game Changer is I actually can't gain access to providing you a link. It's on Netflix, I know for sure. I believe it's on YouTube. And so if you don't have access to Game Changer, then you can certainly choose Forks Over Knives. And here you will see, for example, I'll go into Forks Over Knives, the access to it, but then also about what you should be posting. Now, given the fact that this documentary, as I'm giving you 2 weeks to do this discussion board, this should contain depth. It is not good enough to say, I agree, I disagree. I'm looking for you being thorough and evaluative and critical of the information that you're receiving. And critical is not a negative critical. Critical is I'm being considering and I'm being thoughtful of this information. Keep in mind, you do need to support what you're saying with research, and so you need to make sure that you've included that in your discussion board. And so you want to really put your best foot forward in this discussion board. It's also worth quite a bit of points. And so a point of value always also tells you a little bit about the expectations you can find. The discussion board prompts are very similar between the two. And so there's not really more to offer there. But Game Changer really refers to athletes. There is a misconception that athletes need to eat a lot of protein. Do athletes need to eat a slighter amount of protein? Yes. Does that have to come from an animal? Well, no, actually it doesn't. They don't tell you that at Axiom, but it actually doesn't. And so this kind of evaluates some of the research. I will tell you that both of these documentaries, yes, Game Changer is meant to be a little bit, inflammatory, and both of these are going to come from a perspective of plants are better. That being said, there's a pile of research to support both these documentaries. The facts that they're asserting, and so please keep that in mind when you're looking at them. And if you want to dispute that research, that's awesome. You should do that. But know that this isn't conjecture or people's ideas. In case that comes forward that way, these are well supported. And so I hope you have a great time with this. My classes actually really like this discussion board. I think it's awesome. I actually like both these documentaries quite a bit. So have a great time with it. And when we look at our weekly folders, so you can see that's why I've put this in the middle, because you see it spans over the 2 weeks. And then I wanted to highlight next week to you. You have 2 chapters next week. Chapter 8 is greatly reduced. Chapter 8 is on alcohol. And so what I really care about on alcohol is absorption, digestion, absorption, enzymatic reaction, and really looking at it from a nutritive perspective, and not so much like drinking alcohol and driving is bad, because it is, but we're not really studying that nutrition. The other thing is you have your next exam next week. And so keep that in mind as well. And I will be opening up week 8 next week. So have a great 2 weeks. Enjoy the discussion board.